Hi! So today I'm going to show you how to do a full fringe on Tamsin. Okay. So you need to split the fringe from the rest of the hair, because one of the big problems when people do their own fringe is they keep bringing in more and more hair and their fringe just gets thicker and thicker, and we don't want that. For a full fringe we tend to take it like in a triangle section from a centre parting, and then you go down just to sort of around about the broad bit here. There's all this long sections and we don't want to bring that into her fringe, otherwise it will just get thicker and thicker. And actually what I've been trying to do is make her fringe finer over time. You see I'm taking it from this broad section here. Oh, you tired, chicken?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pin it out the way so it doesn't keep encroaching in. And I'm going to do the same for this side. Obviously if you're doing a new fringe, this is how you do that as well. You take your section and you work out how thick a hair you want, how thick a fringe you want. Stay still for me now, please. There we go. So then I'm going to pin this up out the way. Okay, so for Tamsin, this is going to be her fringe. Can you see that triangle section that I've taken? Everyone's fringe is individual, depending on what they want, what they like, or should I say what the parent wants for their child, if you're doing it on your children. I like it where it's shortish here, sort of eyebrow or a little bit lower, or even a,
I think I
a little bit
funny.
higher, and then a slight arch down. I really like it when it sort of just frames the face really nicely. You want their head to be nice and straight, not looking up or down, because if they look up they might end up getting hair in their eyes. I tend to try and shield their eyes with the rest of my hand. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm resting this bottom finger on the bridge of her nose, and then I tend to do tiny little snips. If you do little snips rather than a straight cut, you're going to be able to not make too many mistakes.
I love you, Mommy.
I love you too. Keep straight for me.
Okay.
Good girl. So then, because I want this arch section either side, I'm going to hold my finger in the direction that I want it to go. And I'm going to trim with tiny little point cuts. And then again on this side, so then I'm going to angle my finger again to a slight angle to the other side. And I'm going to go from this point, the middle point, and trim all the way down. It's always best to take little and more the next time round than just go for it the first time, because you'll end up making a mistake and then there's no going back with a fringe, there's no hiding it. That I'm quite happy with this side, but it's a bit too long this side, so I'm going to trim it even more. Okay, so I'm going to take it in the comb, put my fingers around it, pull it down, and then just trim. Even if this isn't enough, I can just do it again and again until it is the right length, rather than going too much. I think that's good. So then we're going to do another layer. But then if your fringe is only that thin, you're done in one go.
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, because I love it.
Good.
In a minute I will look so beautiful.
You will.
You got sneezes and coughs.
I do have, it's hay fever, haven't I? Mummy's got hay fever. It's quite bad this year. Been taking antihistamines and...
And can I show them the funny bit when the chocolate bubbles was on your forehead, on Amy's and Daddy's foreheads?
Maybe. We did a little video earlier where we put one of those chocolate buttons on our foreheads and we had to try and get it into our mouths. So obviously everyone's face is different. Their face shape is different. And so it might be that, and the hairline, everyone's hairline is different. So Tamsin has a little swirl that pulls her over to this side. And so that's why this one tends to be a bit longer. So you have to always sort of have a look at the people's hair. That's why some people really can't have fringes. They just can't, because say if they've got such a strong nape whirl, like a whirl either side, the fringe is always going to split, which is cute on you, isn't it? Yeah. Everything's cute on you. So I pull it down, and then I can see through this where I have been before. And I do this little snip, 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 snip. So that you do get a line, you do get a straight line, but it's just a little bit easier, a little bit softer, a bit blended. So I like Tamsin's fringe like this. Can you see? Frames her lovely face, and it's out of her eyes now. That's good, isn't it? Thank you for watching.